You're active.
It's actually making me going live vertical. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Can YouTube go vertical?
Apparently, yes.
Getting to number 3 here, so this is promising to be quite a big celebration. 432 votes, David McAllister.
David McAllister, okay.
Thank you.
So,
One people connected.
The next
One people connected.
80,
One viewer.
that is, votes.
we have about 20. We're gonna.
Okay.
No, but I mean, I had the wallet so we are done.
Hop. 35.
Hi, if you've just joined us, you're live on Euronews YouTube. I am Maeve and I'm here in Valencia. If I thought I'm looking at a football match, but no. I'm at the EPP Political Congress. I'm here with Sándor Víros, my Hungarian colleague, another correspondent. We've been reporting on this Congress for the last 2 days. It's already about to wrap up. So we're hearing who will be the vice presidents of the European People Party for the next 3 years. Manfred Weber, the German politician Sándor, has already been crowned as president again. You already had an interview with him.
Yes, it was really his big moment, like a re-coronation. Manfred Weber has now, I would say, a total power, total grip on the EPP. He's head of the big EPP umbrella organization, the party, and he's also the boss of the political group in the European Parliament, which is the biggest political group.
328 votes.
He has the power, and he knows he has the power. And because, as Sándor said, the European People's Party is the biggest political family in the EU. They won the elections last June, the European Parliament elections. There's a lot of familiar faces around here, and you'll see them up on the screen that we're watching here, like the Commission President Ursula von der Leyen is from the EPP, Roberta Metsola is from the European People's Party. There are 12 Prime Ministers, almost 13, with Friedrich Merz coming into Paris soon in Germany, 14 EU Commissioners from the EPP, and 188 MEPs, Sándor, so they do indeed have the power.
Yeah, that's huge, and they are really impactful when you see the Commission's working program. It's sometimes very similar to the EPP agenda, what the heads of state of EPP are drafting. So I would say that it's a very powerful machine in the European Union.
Now, of course, we will take you in a minute to the main Congress hall, but I'm here in the press room. We've bumped into a reporter here from Euroactive. How has the Congress been from your perspective? Any interesting headlines for you?
Ladies and gentlemen,
So you said earlier
the list
about
of the
whether
10
sort of
vice
being really
presidents.
important
I give for the protocol that Maria Gabriel obtained 215 votes and Wouter Beke obtained 189 votes. And I do wish the best of luck to all those that will be your upcoming presidency.
Me being from Berlin.
Thank you.
I saw Friedrich Merz yesterday, who gave his debut as the incoming chancellor. Very interesting to see how much attention there was on him, how people were just like streaming into that.
Ladies and gentlemen, before letting this closed, officially disclosed by the Press Secretary of the Hall, I'm very
Indeed,
happy to give
he
the
travels
floor
to
to
America a lot. I think he
the
gave us a number of
newly elected Secretary General Dolores Montserrat. Please welcome to the stage.
And also, we've got to remember that I think it's even better. I'd say it's comparatively by his English standards. So it's still a question there. I suppose it's maybe
And a lot of people today here have said that they're impressed with the news that he is a quote doer, but someone afraid that he might upset some people. He might be a little bit controversial, but we will have a look at that as we go along. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the Congress. And Sándor, let's take a walk and show people the main hall here at the European People's Congress in Valencia. If you've just joined us. I'm Maeve, a reporter for Euronews, and I'm with Sándor. He's also a reporter for Euronews. We've been in Spain for the last couple of days. No, we haven't been on the beach. We haven't been drinking sangria. We have been reporting from the European People's Party.
And from the blackout. Also, we reported a bit from the blackout on Monday, which was like, wow.
I was going to say, we got caught out, didn't we? traffic light stuff working, and we found ourselves really, we had even €5 in our pockets to get a sandwich. It was very surreal, and in Shanghai, many thought the Congress would not even take place.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this was a moment when we realized like how fragile this society, this civilization is. Like not being able to buy anything with your credit card, not being able to move without your car. I mean, it was unusual. But I mean, the Spanish were pretty chill about it, right? I mean, they didn't freak out a lot.
Well, I think the Spanish were pretty chilled about it because, of course, this Congress is taking place just 6 months since the tragic Dana, the horrific floods that took the lives of 227 people and destroyed a number of homes and businesses. So people that I spoke to, in fact, on Monday here said they were reliving the thoughts that they had that day when the Dana floods took place. And they've created this sort of shield of resilience now where they've had anything and they're just happy to be alive.
Exactly. This was also a great story to remember. And also, you know, this Congress was surrounded by a bit of hostility in Valencia because people hate the local government who, you know, mismanaged this crisis, and they were shouting, for example, at me on the street because they were thinking I'm from EPP, and they shouted that I'm a criminal.
Indeed.
So
and
there is a lot of tension. There is a lot of tension.
we were in fact covering the protests on Monday night. Many following for the resignation of Carlos Mazal. He's the president of the Comunidad Valenciana, and he has not really apologized to the victims enough. He hasn't done enough. He's been blamed for mishandling that crisis and for not warning people in time of the consequences of those horrific floods. And indeed, Chandra, as you said, you were shouting at this morning, but you, of course, are a member of Press, as am I. And if you've just joined us, you're live with us here on Euronews on YouTube, and we're just showing you around the behind the scenes of this Congress. Let's take a look in the main hall and see who's speaking now.
For your commitment and your work all over these last 3 years. Y sobre todo, queridos delegados y miembros de todas las asociaciones del Partido Popular Europeo, pero sobre todo todo mi cariño, admiración española y
I think it's too noisy for you. No, I don't know.
Y sobre todo también al futuro presidente del Comité de Regiones, Juan Moreno. Estoy convencidísima que junto a Sani haréis un trágico de su historia reciente. Hoy, desde esta región pequeña pero valiente, quiero comenzar rindiendo homenaje a las víctimas, a las familias y a quienes arriesgaron su vida por salvarnos. Os digo que no traemos solo palabras, sino que traemos compromiso de que Europa no olvida, no abandona y no deja a nadie atrás. Porque una Europa libre empieza por ser una Europa justa y solidaria. Y hoy me presento ante ustedes como catalana, española y europea. Cataluña me mostró que el nacionalismo puede envenenar una tierra maravillosa. España, de la unidad es el refugio y la
Yes, and you also interviewed two of them, like Austrian Chancellor Stocker, and you just had the Swedish Prime Minister, right, a couple of hours ago.
Indeed, it's very unusual to have so many prime ministers in place at the one time and with time to speak to the press. So we in fact had also an opportunity today to speak to the Swedish Prime Minister, and he's dealing with a lot of crime, a lot of shootings in the last couple of months. We also discussed his new membership of NATO, and we discussed also migration. He told me that in his eyes, international is not remain in Sweden. That interview will be out on Euronews within a couple of days. So let's take a walk out here and see any
una Europa
familiar
libre en la que cada nación conserve su voz, cada ciudadano su dignidad y cada generación su esperanza. Una Europa libre donde los poderes no teman, las ideas no callen, las fronteras no dividan. Una Europa que no se defina por el miedo, sino por la confianza y el liderazgo y que se construya desde los valores. Europa ha sido siempre un espacio de libertad conquistada, nunca regalada. Sabemos lo que cuesta defenderla, porque también sabemos lo que ocurre cuando se pierde. Por eso hoy, en este momento de desafíos globales,
Interesting. Manfred Weber feels that because of copy and paste of the EPP manifesto sent to the President Commission, so the kind of EU laws that we'll see come out will be very much EPP.
Exactly. I mean, basically what they are doing is EPP leaders, they are setting out the priorities in their working documents or manifestos, and the EU machine has to execute them. This is how it works, and it's very effective. So in this sense, I would say that Weber is probably one of the most influential figures right now in Brussels, definitely more influential than, for example, Roberto Metsola, the president of the European Parliament. So maybe I would say even a number 2 in Brussels after von der Leyen.
And Manfred Weber, Shandor had an interview with Manfred Weber just on the sidelines of this Congress. You should keep an eye out for it on euronews. Manfred Weber, German politician from Bavaria, now elected for the second time as president of this party, this very powerful party. And it's not just in fact EU members that have been at this party Congress here in Valencia, but also aspiring EU members. We've seen the Georgians, we've seen the Dogans, we've seen many from the periphery of the EU. So hope one day to have EU membership. Also here we've seen a lot of very interesting times.
Yeah, Maya Sandu also, president of Moldova, who is from outside of the Vucic didn't come. The Serbian president, who is also EPP member, he didn't come here, probably because he has domestic issues in Serbia with protests, or I don't know why, but he was missing this.
He was missing that, but also on the sidelines of the Congress, so far away from the main hall, we've got these stands that have been set up with various different think tanks, like the Wilfred Martin Centre. They are affiliated with the centre. Let's have a quick chat with them to see how they've been going on. Sandra Pasada, Martin Centre Head, how's the Congress been for you?
Great. Busy today, and we're here in Spain. Also congratulations to President Martin Weber.
Yeah. And tell me, Friedrich Merz is soon to be inaugurated as the next Chancellor of Germany. How do you think he'll do in Germany? Will he put Germany back on the stage, on the main stage, and will he be driving the EU project, you think, going forward?
Well, actually, it's interesting enough that yesterday when he arrived, there was a lot of buzz here at our stand because he stopped right here at Munich State Hall and Manfred Weber, and then I made a comment, Habemus leader, that you can already see a lot of support that he brought, and I hope, and I really think, I'm convinced that now Washington will know whom to call when they call Brussels.
And just finally, one other question. The big message we heard as well here was trying to fight the competitors, and in the eyes of Manfred Weber and the EP party, the competitors are the far right, the rise of authoritarianism that we're seeing all across. What is the plan to address that issue?
Well, definitely concentrate not only on the middle class, but including extending the wide term of middle class. So really going to look at those who are the most vulnerable, and previously, first of all, thinking of economy. A growing economy is, I think, definitely a solution.
Okay, thank you so much, Sandra Patrick, and excuse me for barging in and grabbing you spontaneously. How's your Congress been?
Lovely, actually. It's always great to be here with the rest of the family, speaking to everyone, getting the different inputs from all the different representatives of different member states, really taking stock of the European family that we form.
And we're, of course, in Valencia here in the east coast of Spain, but nobody's had any chance to relax or enjoy the Spanish life.
Of course, it has been a bit hectic, but we are all the team of the Martin Center working. We are having rolling interviews with commissioners, with deputy leaders every 2 weeks. It has been super exciting, and we are looking forward to see the results that have been announced right now and wrap it up.
There you go. So it is almost time, in fact, to wrap up this Congress. It's the second day of the EPP Congress taking place here in Valencia, on the east coast of Spain. I'm May. You don't news. You can keep a close eye on our live blog on Euronews. You can also keep an eye on the number of stories coming up in the next 6 days and weeks for content that we're creating here. And keep an eye on the space. Keep an eye on Manfred Weber. As Chandra said, he's the second most important journalist to watch.
Exactly. So we will watch him and watch out for the interview that we have done with him. We have seen Elmar Brok.
Yeah. We've seen Elmar
Veteran.
Brok, an old veteran MEP, and even Hans Guttering I had a chat with yesterday. The old president of the European Parliament, the German man who's not changed a bit. And also for anyone who watches Brussels My Love, our weekly talk show, I've been preparing special segments from the Congress here. I had a special interview with Dolores Montserrat, the new Secretary General of the EPP party. So keep an eye on that this weekend in Spanish and English on Euronews. But for now, thank you for watching. Y hasta luego from Valencia.